Hey guys, my name is Tommy. Welcome back to our 5-minute tour of the Inner Sea region. Let's cut right to the chase. Today we're going to the land of eternal winter, Irrisen. Pack your parkas, kids. It's gonna get cold. So like I said last week, 1400 years ago, Baba Yaga, yes, that's right, Baba Yaga, that lady from Russian mythology you may have heard about from somewhere other than Pathfinder, led an army of frost trolls, winter wolves, frost giants, cold fae, and other things of that nature down from the Winter Wall Glacier and cut a swath of land out of the lands of the Lenorm kings to make her own kingdom, Irrisen. After establishing Irrisen, Baba Yaga left her daughter in charge and essentially just took off for far and wide places that I can only describe to you as Reign of Winter Adventure Path spoilers. Every 100 years, Baba Yaga returns to Irrisen to take her daughter to a place I can only describe as Reign of Winter spoilers, and installs another daughter as the head of this place. The landscape around the border is dotted by these small huts with one door in the front and a pair of chicken legs that guard the border from Avistani invaders. Basically, you're looking at a long skirmish back and forth of superstitious Lenorm kings and the Irriseni that raid across the border and take their children. So why do we call this place the Land of Eternal Winter, you ask? You guessed it, it is eternally winter in Irrisen. It's constantly snowing, crops don't grow, people basically just live off trade. Why do you ask? Reign of Winter spoilers. Queen Elvana rules Irrisen at present, but her 100-year reign is coming to an end. It won't be long before Baba Yaga shows up to reclaim her daughter, heralded by her White Rider, Red Rider, and Black Rider. 3 fae that only appear in the morning, afternoon, and night, respectively, to herald Baba Yaga's arrival and essentially go about the Irriseni populace, figure out who was loyal, reward them, figure out who wasn't loyal, punish them. In Irrisen, the siblings of the reigning queen take up the highest position in the hierarchy. They usually hold powerful positions in the government, in the military, and basically, they don't give a crap about the people in the lower classes. They're called the Yadwiga, and they make up the broad upper crust of this place. Right under them, we've got ice trolls, ogres, goblins, winter wolves, frost giants, things like that. These guys served Baba Yaga during the Winter War, and present day, they live in the major cities or they're scattered throughout the waste in Irrisen. Below those guys, we've got merchants, scholars, foreigners. This is where you adventurer types come in. You gotta be really careful when you're in Irrisen, though. Leaving the major cities, you never know when you're going to piss off a frost giant who's got full reign to just take his axe to your dome or stumble into a winter wolf lair around feeding time. Traders are a super necessary part of life in Irrisen, so much so that food is bought at a heavy price in Irrisen because, again, they just rely on people trading in foodstuffs literally to survive in this frozen wasteland. At the bottom of the pecking order, we've got the descendants of the Ulfin who once lived in Irrisen. These guys mostly live peasant lives, scraping by, living alongside lakes, getting what they can to survive, living in a superstitious fear of Baba Yaga, the Yadwiga, the White Witches, frost giants coming to kill you, things of that nature. Now, Irrisen isn't like the rest of the world. When we say that these people are slaves, you're not going to see people branded, you're not going to see slave pits, but it's essentially the same idea here. These guys know they're at the bottom of the pecking order. These guys know if a Yadwiga or a frost giant shows up and wants to use them as their plaything, there's nothing they can do about it. If they want to escape, they just get killed. Life is terrible. Looks like we need to go round up all the paladins, roll them up, 46, reroll 1s and 2s, you know the deal. Go to Irrisen. Let's save the day, kids. If you need another reason to send your adventurers to the Land of Eternal Winter, like I said before, it's coming up on the time where Baba Yaga is going to come back to Irrisen. Take her daughter Elvana to, again, places I can only describe as Reign of Winter Adventure Path spoilers, and install somebody else. The Reign of Winter Adventure Path is solid. I've read it front to back. It's really fun. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there that you don't see pretty much anywhere else in Pathfinder. But as a GM, you have the ability to take this world, craft it for your own, make your own adventures, and if you need to send people to Irrisen or you want to roleplay a bunch of witches, Irrisen is the place to do it. Irrisen is also a great place to send your adventurers if you like to roleplay survival environments. Again, it's a constant snowy wasteland in Irrisen. There's never a summer, never a spring, none of that. Life is terrible here, and your adventurers are going to definitely have to go the extra mile just to survive the night, let alone to survive the fight with the cottages with chicken legs that are chasing after them, kicking them all the way. If you've got a lot of rangers, a lot of barbarians, or you want to take a lot of wizards and throw them into an environment where they're not going to be quite as prepared, this is the place to do it. On top of all that, we've got a group in Irrisen called the Heralds of Summer, a loose-knit brotherhood of Ulfin who seeks to overthrow the White Witches and return Irrisen to a normal seasonal cycle so people can survive, prosper, thrive, and, of course, not get fed to winter wolves. They don't really have much of a structure at the moment, and they certainly don't have a plan for if Baba Yaga decides to intervene. There's a great place to throw our aspiring Thieves Guild, aspiring revolutionaries, things of that nature, into an environment where they're going to start with the cards stacked against them. You make them work the extra mile, you challenge them, reasonably so given the political climate, the entire way to reap the great rewards at the end of returning Irrisen back to the control of the people and not the Frost Giants. So that's all I have to say about Irrisen. If you've got anything to add about it, ever GM'd a game here, want to talk about the Reign of Winter adventure path, throw it in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. We'll see you next time.